Forex market, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Thursday morning, we're edging towards the end of the week, and we wanted to land right here on the pound Swiss, give you a bit of an update about the developments we had here. And boy, there was a roller coaster on this one, because when we engaged for the first time with the pound Swiss, that was quite a long time ago. Price just raised its head over 1833 and 1859. Remember that moment? We saw price first breaking 1833. That was a bit suspicious because it couldn't handle 1859. But the next day it did, right? It broke and it actually spiked 1833. I was right here telling you all about it. And then, of course, we waited a couple of days until we felt comfortable enough to pull the trigger, and we did. Now, price went well at the beginning, right? It went to the right direction, but it didn't reach the target. We had a target at 2089, and roughly around 2/3 of the way, price started to turn around, right? Little did we know back then that it's going to take so long for price to come back to recover. But we stayed here, guys. We stayed put because we believed in the conviction. We had a bullish conviction that was engulfed in this really solid, strong technical situation. I wanted to show you again. We're talking about a key level system that this blue, you see this blue system here, right? Where we were tracking this formation. Check this out. First move on the way down, then 2 here on the upside, and then 3 on the way down again. And then, of course, we figured out that price was starting to, build the 4th leg, which means going back up towards the upper section, right? That was the game plan. That was the strategy here. And so, we pulled the trigger. But then, of course, like I said, price took its time. Like 10 days, it just wandered off. It wandered off moving downwards a little bit. It had a bit of a technical correction right in the middle of the way. Now here's our 2 cents about this. First, I want to say this. It went straight to the 1859 level. Now that's big, right? That probably just means that price was coming back to retest 1859 and make sure it's a solid support. And we see that all the time. In fact, we see that around 50% of the time when price is breaking an important key level. 50% of the time, if not even more, price will come back to retest that level before resuming the original move, which is in this case an upside move, right? Now, here's another interesting point. Aside from the fact that price went straight to that 1859 and pick up some support here and some momentum and started to lift off, it also did that in a nice fashion. It did that in what we call a classic ABC, right? Elliott wave ABC correction, right? Now I only mention ABC correction only if leg number, let's call it wave A, right? This is wave A equals wave C. I mean, you can actually see that with your eye, but I will help you do that. I'm just measuring, right, wave A, and I'm comparing that to wave C. As you can see, it's precisely equal, right? So whenever I see this, wave A equals wave C, I consider this to be a legit ABC correction. Now, so it's a legit ABC correction right on top of that 1859 and then a huge turnaround, right? So obviously we're very happy that we were stubborn, holding this position, right? And just keeping the position alive. In fact, when we saw price coming off just a few days ago, we doubled down. That's what we did, because you can see these are the trades that we throwed in at the beginning, and then we had to go through this correction. We saw when price came low and almost reached 1859 here, we actually doubled down. So now it seems to be paying off, right? The stubbornness that we had regarding this particular bullish campaign seems to be starting to pay off. Now there's still a long way to go, right? About 100 pip to go till 2089. That's our primary target. It's also going to be our final destination, even though we believe price is probably going to continue beyond that point and head straight to that previous high at 2255. But that's going to be a separate bullish campaign, and I don't want to talk about that now. For now, I just want to let you know we've been adjusting the stop loss level by 50 pips from 17.50 to 18, and we're probably gonna, well, we hope we'll have another chance to throw in one more trade before we hit the target at 2089. Interesting situation. We'll be back shortly to follow up on the pound Swiss. In the meantime, guys, I will say goodbye, and we'll be back with the next video. Cheers.